Hi guys, and greeting from sunny Spain. We've got one more month of winter to go. We're heading towards spring, another 4 or so weeks of winter in Spain. It's actually my birthday today and I'm not working, so I'm going to go down to get the Royal Enfield out and go for a toodle. Temperatures have been up and down, typical winter in Spain. We've had some really cold -2, -3s, daytime temperatures as low as 5, 6, 7, 8. But today we're blessed with a really warm day, highs 21, really sunny, really warm, no wind. So today's my birthday and it's a ride on the Royal Enfield. So stick with me and I'll shoot a bit more footage. Yeah, so like I said, stunning and beautiful blue skies. It's actually been a few weeks since I've had the Enfield out due to, like I was just saying, the weather here in Spain. That's some of the coldest December weather in a long time. So hopefully today I can enjoy some of the stunning scenery in this part of Europe and get out and have a bit of a toodle around. So we'll wander down to the lockup where I've got my other bike locked up. Strange thing this winter, I've been really busy with work. I know the plans for the Royal Enfield are sort of slightly jaded at the moment, the Royal Enfield tours I should say. Still going to happen. We've got the other bike. I'm halfway through decorating the other property. The idea was to get everything up and running in the middle of spring. Still a possibility, but like everything else in life, I'm a builder and a joiner, and to make ends meet here in Spain I do my bit and make hay while the sun shines, as it were. So I've had such a flood of work over the winter that I've been prioritising that. Obviously with it being my birthday and I'm getting to be a bit of an old codger now, it's something I don't want to carry on doing, the building trade, so hence the idea of doing the Royal Enfield tours, which is something I'd really enjoy doing. So all in all, yeah, plans progressing slowly, more slowly than I'd like. I've got a bit of a lull in work for the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to jump back into the big farmhouse and do some internal decorating and a bit of restoration in there. I want to get it pretty nice for when we got guests staying. So yeah, I'm just walking down to the other house. You can see, if there's not too much camera shake on this, you can see the stunning blue skies today. Really warm. Surprisingly warm, even though it's probably only about 15, what's the time at the moment, 11:15, probably about 15-16 degrees, high a bit later on of 21 like I said. And you can see we're heading down in the ramble of all these old houses in this enclave where we've got the farmhouse. You can see I've painted all the outside, the main part in front of you, all the windows, and the big part going off to the side with the aerial on, all the parts that are in a cream colour. So it's the main house here, the other part over there. So it's quite a big house, about 220 square metres, 5 bedrooms, a bit of a patio area. Still needs a bit of work doing. We do rent it out anyway, mainly for ramblers, bikers, mountain bikers, and I should say road bikers. Stunning views down the valley at the back. Obviously if you sit out and have a coffee or a beer or whatever you're doing of an evening, you can see the stunning views. You can easily get up on the mountains at the back to go for a bit of a ramble or a walk. Anyway, I won't ramble on too much. My father-in-law's bought the house next door, which is this one here, which is in a pretty ruinous state, so there's a fair bit of work to do on that. That's where we've got one of the bikes locked up and stored at the moment, the old non-unit construction Enfield. But I'll go around to where I've got the other bikes locked up and we'll get one out. And as you can see, we've got the bikes tucked away, and see the old things that the old farmers used to make, put around the horse's head. There's an old ladder there for climbing up and picking almonds. There's a big Susie here. That's might be of interest to some of you. It's a 70s Pooch, 50cc. Bit of a sorry state at the moment. Probably worth restoring. There's a lot of these old bikes in Spain, mainly small engine configurations. Most of the Spanish never rode anything over a 160, 175. Even 175 was considered a big bike here, especially out in the sticks. During the Franco regime, things were pretty tight and people didn't have a lot of money, so obviously something like a 50cc was pretty okay to bob around on. There's the Enfield. She needs a bit of a clean. She's covered in dust. But we'll get her out and fire her up, and hopefully she should start on the button, and have some fun scooting around the mountain roads. Well, as you can see, guys, she started up fine, sticking over okay, and ready for a blast around the country lanes of southern Spain. Hopefully meet up with my wife later on and have a bit of lunch. She's working today, and enjoy the rest of my birthday. Anyway, I'll try and do some more filming of the bike when I'm out and about, and tie it all together and stick it on YouTube, and you guys can take a look. But yeah, hoping to have some fun on my birthday out in the Royal Enfield. As you can see, great time of year to be riding, all the almond trees in full blossom, really clear blue skies, temperature's not too hot, not too cold, so all in all, fantastic riding weather here in the Campo de Ricote. And you can pretty much see the variation in landscape. We've gone from the flat fields down the bottom up onto the side of the mountain, and we're going around a mountain pass, very windy, some really bad adverse cambers, lots of pine trees, really twisty but great fun to ride on, and really peaceful, not a lot of traffic. Tarmac's not brilliant, but it's not bad. And all in all, some stunning views while you're riding. It's just a case of taking in the scenery and really enjoying yourself when you're riding through these mountain passes. The mountain that you can see ahead up on the right hand side at the top of the picture, there's some stunning off-road trails up around this area of the countryside. Absolutely amazing up on the Royal Enfield around these roads. Handles them quite well. It's pretty adept to doing these fire roads and trail roads. Good thing about most of these parts of Spain is there's no boundaries, no fences, no gates to go through. Everywhere's pretty open. The landscape's not fenced off and walled like it is in a lot of countries. Pretty similar to the wide open spaces maybe in Canada and America. So all in all, a fun place to ride and explore. Yeah, this really is one of them roads you've really got to take care of and watch what you're doing, and you've got to know it pretty well. There are some really bad switchbacks on this road that aren't signposted with chevrons that should be. I mean, you come across them and they're more than a 90, they're a complete U-bend back on yourself, so they can catch you out if you're not too aware of it. As you can see as we're going around these bends now, you can see the crash rail on the other side, but there's no real chevron showing you how severe a lot of the bends are, so you've got to be quite careful. Like this one coming up now, there's a few real bad bends. What you'll see on most of the footage I put on the Enfield when I'm out and about on these roads, you'll see a centre line in the middle of the road. Most of these roads are pretty much just wide enough for one big vehicle, so obviously if you've got clear line of sight in front of you, you're as well to use as much of the road as you can just to be on the safe side. Obviously if you're on a blind bend, stay on your own side, but if you can see where you're going and you can use the corner to your advantage and take the corner, cut a corner, pretty similar to this at the moment. I can see well ahead there. It's worth doing, bearing in mind these roads are really quiet, there's not a lot of traffic, so they're great fun providing you ride carefully and you look well ahead. Coming down the other side of the mountain pass and down into the valley again, where all the oranges and lemons are grown, and where the river is, you'll see through the trees on the right side of the mountain there's a village, pretty picturesque village called Ricote. The region's named after that, the Ricote Valley, and cracking place to visit. and you can see I'm heading down out the mountains towards the lower end of the mountain range, and we've got the Rio Segura, which is part of the Valle de Ricote. Striking scenery. You can see the mountains that are south facing the sun, pretty barren because they're scorching in the summer, up in the high 40s, 45 degrees here inland. Some striking rock formations on the right hand side as I drive further down the valley towards the lake. Some stunning colours. We do see this area of Spain is the California of Europe, and those of you who are stateside will see similarities in the landscape and rock formations. Some striking differences in the areas. Down here you can see on the right side we've got the orange and lemon groves that run along the river. Further up in the Campo where I was before, we've got more dry arid areas. Don't get a lot of water from the river, so it's almonds and olives in that area. But quite diverse. The mountain structures and the heights of the mountains, the trails and everything are quite spectacular in this region. Very different 10 kilometres down the road than in other areas, so it changes quite quickly from area to area, but some great riding roads. You can see coming up on the right hand side, you'll see a lake in the distance. That's a man-made lake where they've dammed the River Segura off, and you can see on the right hand side we've got an hydroelectric plant that utilises the river water to create power and electric for this region. I'm going to actually go under the mountain now on the bike and cut through past the hydroelectric facility and out the other side. I'm now on a bypass the other side of the lake, which bypasses the town where the lake is, and the town where the lake is called Blanca. A lot of history in the town of Blanca. It was a Moorish town, originally named Negra, which means black. Once the Christians regained control of the town, they called it Blanca, changing it from black to white. Steeped in history from the Moors, lots going on in the town. Typical Spanish little town really, but this is a bypass that bypasses the town. And some interesting sections along here, lots of new tarmac, so great road to ride, not as twisty as the roads up in the mountains, but again some stunning scenery as you head out up towards the main highway, freeway, or autovia as it's called here in Spain. And yeah, a great road again to ride, different terrain, different scenery, a little faster you can go along here, although the Enfield's not designed to go super quick. But again, striking scenery, almost moon-like in places, quite barren, but quite striking in its own right, and great place to have a ride. Up along here, round the other side, around the lake and back through the town is quite a stunning ride all in all. Well guys, thanks for watching and riding along with me on this ride through the Murcian Mountains. Give me some comments below and let me know what you think of the area and riding in this area. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And thanks for watching, and peace and safe riding.